If your income is rising but you're still broke, this is why. Because every raise you get is instantly canceled by a more expensive lifestyle.
All right, today we are breaking down what was just a completely wild day on Wall Street. I mean, imagine this, a sudden, terrifying market plunge, and then, just as quickly, this jaw-dropping recovery. What on earth happened? Well, we're about to find out, piece by piece. Let's get into it.
So first, let's just try to wrap our heads around the scale of this thing. In less than 1 hour, the market lost a staggering $740 billion. To put that into perspective for you, that's more than the entire GDP of some countries, just vanishing in minutes. It was a financial earthquake, and it left everyone asking one big question.
And that's really the mystery we're unpacking today. What caused this massive sell-off? And, maybe even more importantly, what stopped the free fall and turned everything around on a dime? The answer, as it turns out, is really two completely different stories.
Let's start with the first story, the obvious one, right? This is what was flashing across every single news channel, the immediate reason everyone gave for the market's nosedive, pure geopolitical fear, sparked by some really alarming headlines coming out of the Middle East.
I mean, these headlines really created a perfect storm of fear. First, you get a report that a key Iranian negotiator had resigned, which makes everyone worried about a more hardline stance. Then, you hear that Iranian air defenses are being activated. And at the same time, Israel's defense minister is publicly talking about a potential military campaign. If you're a trader, the writing on the wall seems crystal clear. Big trouble, big instability, and maybe even a major conflict.
But here's where it gets interesting. The whole story started to fall apart pretty quickly. Both the US and Israel came out and denied any attacks on Iran. Then, Iranian journalists started reporting that the news about the negotiator resigning was actually fake. And this is a super important point for any investor. The market was panicking based on stuff that was unconfirmed and maybe even flat out wrong. But that still doesn't explain that powerful rebound.
And that brings us to the second story, the one that was happening behind the scenes.
If this helped, the full video goes way deeper. Check my channel.